Now, with regards to certainly the name of the Creator, the Yhwh of Yhwh. Now, most of the Messianics today, and also Christians, don't really regard that as such a high priority in their worship, and yet it's the first commandment that God gives to Moses on Mount Sinai, and it's also, if you read John, Yhwh, verses the fact that I came in my Father's name. I come in my Father's name, but you don't receive me. So why is that? Because the rabbinical priesthood had a ban in saying the name of God. So he came in that name, and they didn't receive him. And he said, I will not come again until you say, Baruch haba b'Shem Yahweh. Now a lot of people say, Baruch haba b'Shem Adonai, but again, that's what a lot of the modern day Pharisees say, and that's what they were saying back then as well. What the Messiah really means is that you will not see me again until you say the true name of God, until you admit that Yahweh is the Elohim of Israel, and that He is the Elohim, He is the only true God there is. And when you submit yourself to the authority and power that name has, then I believe it is a step in a Christian or Messianic walk, and it will unlock all sorts of promises, that are ours, that are truly ours in the Messiah. There are a lot of promises in the Messiah which men, try to keep us from due to tradition, whether it's Christian tradition or rabbinical tradition, doesn't really matter. But there are promises in the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy in the Messiah that we can claim today as believers in the true Messiah. And certainly there's no dispute in Him how to pronounce the name, and certainly when to worship. If we remember, the Old Testament had 3 separate times of sacrifices, which was morning, afternoon and evening. And yes, certainly as Christians we talk about the sacrifice of praise, but there's only 3 times that we're commanded to assemble together, and that's at Passover, Pentecost and Tabernacles as well. If we follow the Apostles' example, then certainly we should we should meet up in these days and encourage one another and pray for one another and worship together, certainly, which I'm sure the Apostles worshipped the true God by reading out the Psalms or singing the Psalms. Now, with regards again to the name, I was speaking to a brother in Pal Talk today, just before my brother Marcelo come on, and I could tell that man was straight away that he was an anointed servant of the Most High, and I just thank I thank the Lord today that I met up with him today, and also give thanks for Jackin for his prayer and support of late. And I'm certainly thinking about the other brothers and sisters out there in YouTube who have been in contact with, and it's nice to have some fellowship on whichever day, but we know that this is a Sabbath day today. Now, the point about the name is that if you go to a little island in Scotland called Iona, it has the oldest copy of the Bible in Great Britain, in the British Isles, and it does say the name of Yahweh in it. It certainly was a place that I think it was St Columba that first preached the word there, and then a bit later on in the Counter Reformation, the Catholics took over that part of the island, and I think nuns were there for a while. So, but certainly, Britain has quite an ancient tradition. There's been saints that have preached the word in these islands for a number, hundreds of years, and if you look around, we should know that it's been preached for longer than that in Europe. And also we know that Thomas actually preached the word in India, in places like that. Probably didn't reach as far as China, but I think Goa is the place that is believed that the Apostle Thomas actually reached at some point. And of course we know that the history of the modern day nations such as America and Australia, where a lot of the good traditions and bad traditions have been passed on by different cultures. So I wish you a Shabbat Shalom today, and I'll talk to you soon.